It's summertime, y'all, which means that trout are looking for the coldest and most oxygenated water that they can find. Many times that means that they will be found in the heaviest current and most turbulent water in the whole river. Recently, I made a video about how to locate trout by using water temperature with a thermometer. If you haven't seen it yet, you can check it out right here. I absolutely love fishing this type of technical pocket water because it demands proper positioning, accurate cast, instant contact, and the fish really hit the flies hard as they come through the fast current. It's challenging, but super rewarding.
Okay everyone, we're at the next location. This is a completely different state. Everything in West Virginia was blown out, so I came back home to some of my more traditional Virginia waters. We're gonna fish for a few hours this afternoon and see if we can salvage the rest of the weekend. Okay, we've changed to a size 16 France fly BWO saw tackle on the bottom. We still got our little 18 pheasant tail up top. There's one. Uh-oh. This is a problem. This is a problem. That's a good fish. And there's a lot of current between me and him. Oh boy. Stay there. Stay there. Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's a good rainbow.
I released that fish, took a couple steps over, and cast it to the next side.
Another good one. Oh boy. Can you come back up, buddy? Can you come back up? All right, we're gonna just lift you. Come on. Woo. Pheasant tail. Okay, that one ate the size 18 pheasant tail. We seem to have a winning combination now as far as our weight goes and our bugs. We've nailed 2 in a row. I tied in a piece of actual cider again. I was just using a painted on cider. I also left my tags long. Sometimes that doesn't really help if it's windy and stuff, and other times it can make a huge difference. So since switching, I've landed 2 fish right in a row, back to back. We got that pocket cleaned out. So now we're gonna work our way across. And we're gonna hit some of these other ones next to the bank. Okay, so the first place we're gonna check is right in front of this rock right here. So we're gonna cast straight upstream of it. Just let it come straight down to the front of that rock. And there's a fish.
If you love catching trout as much as I do, subscribe to the channel so that you get to see all of my adventures.
Man, sitting right in that pillow. Thing's been eating good too. Thanks, buddy. Guys, I had forgotten how helpful it is to have those tags on there sometimes. Even if it's like a little bit more of a beginner thing, if you're not catching fish and you just need some confidence, make it as easy on yourself as you can. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. All you got to do is get the fish to eat. And if the best way to do that is going back to the basics, well then do it. Okay, now we're gonna try to get it over on the far side of that rock. Oh, that's a fish. That's a fish. Oh shoot, I got him loose. He's loose, he's loose, he's loose. Get tension, oh, I knew it. I couldn't catch up with him. Too much slack. Too much slack in the system. But he was in there. Okay. Now, we're gonna get right behind this big rock. We're gonna try to make 2 casts here. The first one's gonna be try to bring the bugs right up near the face of this rock, and the next one's gonna be farther over. Okay, that was the first one. I'm gonna try that one again. All right, check our bugs. And now we're gonna go all the way over under those branches. Yep. Stay up here, stay up here, stay up here, stay up here. There we go. There could be another one sitting over there. That's a pretty big pocket. So we're gonna try that cast again. I'm playing with fire in here. Sooner or later, one of these casts is gonna hang up in the bush. That's gonna be the last cast right there. Yep. Ah! Ah! Well, he body slammed me. I got him though. I touched him. All right, so we got 2 out of there. Both of them over right underneath those branches. Not big, but definitely worth coming down for. Let's work our way over a little bit. A little bit closer to our cast here. There is a thing in tight lining of casting too far. You want to be close enough that you can control your drift. Not just get the cast where you want it, but actually be in control of your bugs. If your cast goes where you want it, but you can't control your drift, it's not helpful. Yes. Oh. Get in here. Woo. Little guy. Thanks, dude. So that thing was sitting just right here in this little fast little riffle. Okay, let's see if he's got a friend a little bit farther over. I still think there's another fish over there. Might be coming over here for nothing, but I don't think so. All right, I think there's gonna be one sitting right over there, sort of in front of that rock with the green thing sprouting on it. That's not the cast. That might work. Falling. Oh, hook set while I'm falling. Not bad. He's on the BWO. France flag. Worth coming over. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Well, now that we're over here, we're gonna fish this side. It can be hard to hold a seam without a lot of weight so far away. So I'm trying to intentionally give my rig a lot of slack. I find, there it is. Pheasant tail emerger. Look at that thing shining in the sun. Oh man, that's a pretty fish. I missed that fish a couple times because he's sitting all the way over in that other seam. That's probably 25 feet over there. I find when I'm casting farther away like that and trying to hold the seam, if I give my rig more slack as opposed to a tight line, it doesn't get pulled out of the seam as quickly. The problem is it's a little bit harder to set the hook then, but I can at least keep it in there. As opposed to if I go with a completely tight line, like this is a more tight line, now I'm swinging already because I'm rotating around my rod point. If I do the same cast, but give it more slack, Still drifting, still drifting, still drifting, still drifting, still drifting. Now I'm swinging. It's a way to extend your drift in a far seam like that. There he goes. All right, this is gonna get a little hairy here, y'all. Maybe we can bring him this way. There we go. Nice one. On the pheasant tail. Thanks, buddy. Okay, we're gonna cast all the way over. Stopping short of the branches, but in that seam. This is a tricky cast. Gosh dang it. He ate and I missed. Putting in here the frothy stuff. I can't see my sighter at all right now. Not even a little bit. I got one. Well, he's not hooked very good. I didn't get a good hook set on him. Where is he? All right, I need to try to reel him in. There's a chance he's gonna come off, but I don't think I'm landing him, hand fighting him on the line. He's too big. Okay, I think we might have him now. Ha ha! Look at that. He might be the best one of the day. Now that last fish, guys, that last fish ate right under this standing wave right here. He was just sitting down there on the bottom. I didn't even see my sighter move. I just lifted because I had a feeling there could be something there. And sure enough, he was on. So in the summertime, you got to fish all of this. Don't think, oh, that's too fast. Don't think, oh, nothing's gonna hold there. There's fish in all of this. Again, the water temperature is 60 degrees right now. Whew. Refreshing and also frigid. I can never hook this fish. I don't know why. There's one. Now the question becomes, how do I land him? Gotta first get closer. That's step one. Just keep him in that current while I walk over. Keep him in that. Okay. Now I'm going to try to bring him up and over and then use the current to push him towards me. Yep. There we go. All right. Look at that fish. Stop it. Stop it. Ate the pheasant tail. All right, he came out of the bottom of that deep hole right there. He's been eating good, you can see. Now the question becomes, are there more? And if so, I think I need to back up to get a good drift to catch him. I don't think I can get the right drift while I'm standing so close. There could definitely be more fish in here. For sure. All right, get my footing. Let's see if we can get another. Didymo, Didymo. Got me some more Didymo, Didymo. Yep, another one. Oh, that's a good fish. All right, let me move out to get him again. This is bigger than the last one. Problem. Oh no, I'm getting cut off. Come on. Stay with me, buddy. Stay with me. Okay. Easy does it here, dude. Nope. Oh, shoot. All right, here we go. Get in there. Oh, yeah. Beautiful fish. Man, look at the sides on that thing. Wow. That is so cool. All right, let's go back to our little hiding spot. It's just like a game of cat and mouse. Hide behind the rock, cast, come out to land him, go back behind the rock. All right, I got junk on my cider. I got junk on my flies. Let's get rid of some of that. I have not retied in a long time, so I feel like I need to check my tippet for abrasions. I've got some fish out of these rapids and some pretty heavy current. That one feels good. That one feels good. How about my tag? All right, we're good. Can we catch another one from the same spot? Yep. Holy moly. Uh-oh. He just spit it. Check my hook points anyways. I got a little bit of a burr on here. All right, we're gonna touch up this hook point. I don't know that that's what happened on that last one, but anytime I get a good hook set on a fish like that, and then he comes off kind of without a reason, I check my hooks. And if I feel any kind of a little rolled point or anything, I stop and fix it with my file. Okay. Can we hook 4 in here? Surely no. Yep. Oh man. Woo! All right. Cat and mouse. Here we come out of our hiding spot. Oh, he's right in front of me. Where did... Ah! Get in there. Uh-oh. He's gonna break me off. He's in the net, but he's hung up on something. And back into our hiding spot we go. Okay, guys. When you're catching a lot of fish on a rig like this, you want to make sure you know exactly what you got going on in case you get broken off. You can see my flies are close together. I probably have 8 inches from my tag fly when it hangs down to my point fly. I've got a 3.2 millimeter bead on here. That looks like a 3/8. And then my pheasant tail. I want to make sure I know exactly what I have going on here because this is just destroying them right now. And if something breaks me off or I get a snag, I want to be able to recreate this. This is by far the most fish I have ever caught out of this hole. I think the most I've ever caught out of here before was maybe 1. I've landed 3, 4, and lost another one. This is wild. All right, we'll do another couple casts here and then we're gonna move on, because I think I probably caught all of them out of here that are gonna eat at this point. So one thing I like to do is kind of fish the levels. There's like a level break here where there's some rocks that kind of drop down behind them. So I'm gonna fish the stuff that's just on the upside of those rocks while I'm on the downside of the rocks with my body. As soon as I get up on those rocks, anything that's up there is gonna see me. So I'm gonna try to fish that without getting up there at first. All right, let's put a couple casts in these little seams. Oh, there's one. Woo! Tiny guy. Man, that was on it quick. Thanks, buddy. Another one on the pheasant tail emerger. There's a good one. Ooh! What happened? It's weird. I don't know what happened there, y'all. I got a good stick on that one. All right, there's got to be something sitting in one of these little depressions. Haven't had anything yet, but these are the money spots here. There's one. Where's he going? He's trying to go down. Ah, come back, come back, come back. Okay, can I work him in this way? Change of plans. We're going to the right. No, we're going to the left. Well, he's trying to go under those undercuts. Let's keep him here in the slow stuff. We should be all right. Houston? Houston, we have a problem. Wow, look at him. Beautiful. Having those tags or those ears on that cider, I forgot how much of a help that is, but especially because my glasses are kind of foggy, can't really see my cider that great sometimes. That's a huge help. There's one. Oh, where are you going? I don't think you know where you're going. You're just doing circles. Away from the rock. No, sir. No, I don't want you to go over there. All right, do you have my other pheasant tail in your mouth? Is the question. You ate my one pheasant tail. All right, thanks, buddy. Must have been your friend. Guess I caught the little one. Broke off the big one. Okay, let's go over. There's another dark seam a couple feet over right there. See if there's one sitting in here. There's one. Whoa! Jumping. Another jump. I think that one ate the... Yeah, that one's on the point fly. BWO. It's been so long since I caught a fish on that, I didn't even know what I had on there anymore. Thanks, buddy. Now we don't want to cast up into that deep spot. We just want to cast right here at these rocks and fish this little area. Then we're gonna fish that part from up farther. Would love to have another fish or two. There's one. Whoa. Whoa. That thing's pulling some drag. I love the drag on this Reddington tilt. I better loosen it a little bit. He's about to break me off. Guys, if you loosen your drag, you can see I'm kind of palming this reel. I can still add drag to it without making my drag itself tighter. It gives me more control over how much is coming off. You don't want to get the reel handle caught on your hand, because that will break it off. Man, this thing is really pulling. He's digging too. He's trying to get under stuff. Just trying to keep him up. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. As mad as he is, I've only got 6X on. Okay, now I'm taking a pretty wide approach here to this next area. I don't want to get seen before I get some casts in there. This is a really good spot. Sometimes there's some big fish in here. I lost that last one, but I still got some more cracks at this. There's a good one. Not huge. Sitting right in that depression. He ate the pheasant tail. Woo! High flying. Yeah, that last one was just on a mission. It's on a mission to get off. Still a nice fish though. Check those hooks for Didymo. The fish really don't like salad with their bugs. They like the bugs, the whole bugs, and nothing but the bugs. Oh golly. That is an angry fish. I'm hooking a lot of fish. Not landing a lot of fish, but I am hooking a lot of fish. Get this stick out of the way. There we go. That's still a great fish. I don't know how big that other one was. He must have been bigger. He took me for a ride. Look at him. That's a nice one. 445. All right. We're going to try to wrap this up by about 5. So I got about 15 minutes. If we don't catch any more, it's totally been worth the trip over here. However, I think there might be 1 or 2 more that want to play ball. Oh, Speaking of. Yep. Man, they're loaded up in here. Gotta get a little bit closer to be able to land this dude. It looks like I caught some algae with my point fly. Probably yanked the other one out. I'm still gonna check my hook points. Everything's looking good. That's 3 we caught out of here. Well, 3 we hooked. 1 we landed, 2 got off. Is there, could there be more? I still haven't hit this front end of the run right here. Right there. He missed it. He ate it. I saw him flash. We're gonna give him a minute. Let him think about it. Let him think about how hungry he is. I'm gonna reposition a little bit. Get a little bit better footing. Okay, round 2. There's one. That's a different fish. The last one was bigger, but we'll take it. We will take it, won't we? On the pheasant tail. Oh, there goes the rod. Let's not lose a rod today. All right. That's number 4. 2 we landed. 2 that got away. Could there possibly be 5? We are about to find out. They're all stacked up. This is a nicely oxygenated little thing. This is a nicely oxygenated little depression here. There's 1 here, 1 here, and 2 over there. I think the big one's done. I think the big one ate up here the first drift and hasn't eaten since. Try this close side here. No, there was another one. Dang it. Yep, there was another one. Yep, there he is. Good grief. Man, they're going nuts. I don't know if I'm gonna get him. Let's pull him over this way into the shallower stuff. Stay down, buddy. Ah! Ring around the Rosie. Between the legs. He's between the legs. Oh, that was... What am I caught on? Oh, that was a miracle. My point fly is in my pants. My tag fly is in the fish. How he's still on, I do not know. Ow, now it's in my hand. Good grief. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. Again, size 18 pheasant tail. That's what they've been eating all day. Along with the soft tackle occasionally, but not as often. All right, well, that's 5. Could there possibly be 6? I don't see why not. There was one right there. That sighter jumped. The way that jumped, promise you that was a fish. You think they tell each other, hey, don't eat that. 5 of our friends got caught on it. I guess 5 out of that run's not too bad. What's our time check? Whew. I absolutely love fishing this pocket water because it demands accurate casts, good drifts, a lot of times instant contact. It's very technical, but it's very rewarding. All right, it was fun. It was a good day.
Thank you for watching this brook to river fly fishing adventure. Now that you see what kind of water trout like to hold in the summertime, you go catch some trout in that fast water. And when you do, drop me a comment and let me know how it went. If you liked today's video, please subscribe, share, and like. That's all for now. Bye.